Welcome back to the show.
Thank
Zoe,
you.
who can be hotter than you right now? We have things I gotta talk to you about. So many things. I'm so happy for you.
Oh,
but you're busy, busy, busy.
I'm a busy bee.
Yeah. Beau is Afraid is out tomorrow. This is already everyone's. The poster came out online and it went viral just from the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's Ari Aster.
Ari Aster, I think one of the great filmmakers of our time.
Yeah.
You know, Hereditary, Midsommar. Now this is his like epic dark comedy.
What is it about?
He describes it as a Jewish Lord of the Rings, which people have also described me as, which is strange. It's a 3-hour-long nightmare comedy. Am I selling it well?
Yes, so far.
And it stars Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
I play Joaquin Phoenix's mother, so I guess I'm in that stage of my career. I play her young.
Okay, good, that makes sense.
I play a young Patti LuPone, which is, yeah.
That's pressure there. Did you guys get together and try to act like, let's see?
Yeah, I had to study Patti, which is like, you know, any actor's dream. She's like, yeah, she's amazing. She's so singular. She does like a lot of really intense mouth acting, which I had to. It's almost like Elvis. Like there's a lot of like.
Oh yeah, she does do that.
There's like a snarl, and then she sort of talks in the back of her mouth, and there's.
Dude, that's so bad.
It's not great.
That's a fantastic one.
It's like she's
I've never seen anyone do that.
She's almost chewing, you know.
Wow. So that is an amazing impression. I've never seen anyone do that before. That is so Patti LuPone. I love that.
Thank you.
It's a little Elvis, yeah.
It's a little Elvis. Yeah, I'm a little rusty, but no, we had so much fun.
You have that, but then talk to me about Slip.
Oh man, well, it's my baby.
You wrote this, you directed this, you're in this. I mean, wow, buddy. It's on the Roku channel.
Yes.
Tomorrow. It's called Slip. How did you get into it? What is it about? What do we have to... Because it's a story I can't really explain to people.
Yeah.
Only you could come up with something like this.
It follows a character named May, played by yours truly. And when we meet her, she's feeling sort of stuck in her marriage, restless, and one night she ends up cheating on her husband and then wakes up the next morning to discover that she's now married to the guy she cheated on her husband with. And over the course of the season, she realizes that through orgasm, she's being transported into a multiverse. So just...
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. So how do you think of an idea like this? How does the idea... Can you walk me... Yeah.
I'll walk you through it, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm like the type of person, like anyone I meet who I'm even just moderately attracted to, I like flash forward to just a whole ass life with. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you see someone you go, hey, I see in the future?
Yes, like, you know, like when you and I first met years ago. You know, you just said hello. I saw a life. And, and it's a sliding doors thing, you know, like I saw a wholesome life, sort of maybe like Wyoming, maybe we're running an organic dairy farm. Do you know? We're out of the business. Yeah, we're agriculturally minded people. We have no children.
That's what you.
That's what I'm talking about. Me and you, Jimmy. Yeah. Like no kids, but you know, cows, and.
We started a dairy farm together?
Yeah, organic though.
Yeah.
Like, and I think, that's always like, I'm obsessed with like the what ifs. Do you know what I mean? Like the sliding doors. Like you and I could be here, you know, you doing whatever this is, and me doing.
It's a job.
It's a job. It's a job. Yeah, it's a job.
Yeah,
and me doing what I do, and or you know, we could have just been
Yeah, we could have been farmers. Yeah.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
I've never milked a cow.
No, that's exactly right. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop doing that.
Oh yeah, please. Yeah. You're this close to being mean. Last time you were on the show, we talked about your love for Timothée Chalamet, and we both share our love for Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
A little different. I pictured Timothy and I as dairy farmers in the future. But I couldn't help but mention that. I couldn't help but notice that in the first episode you mentioned Timothée Chalamet, and I was going to ask you about that. I think he might be in the first 2 episodes. You talked about.
He's sort of constantly mentioned throughout, and I mean, look, it's not great. Like in my last movie, How It Ends, Olivia Wilde and I were in a scene in which she told me that in the afterlife, my character would be, Stupping Chalamet, and now in this, I literally am like invoking his name during climax. It's like, it's a problem. Like it's troubling. It should be troubling for him. I'm sure it's troubling, to his team and loved ones, friends and family. It's troubling to me.
It is.
Like,
yeah.
I think,
have you ever met Timothée Chalamet?
Yes, I have.
Does he know that you have a little obsession?
I think he's aware. Yeah. He last time I saw him, it was at the Venice Film Festival, and How It Ends had come out. So he was also aware of that scene, and I was like standing across the room from him, and when he noticed me, I saw his face sort of, fall. It was like,
bummed out?
It was somewhere between like excitement and sheer terror. But then we had a mutual friend, and she like sort of brought me over. But before she could even introduce me, he was like, "Oh snap!" Like he knew. Was that a good shout?
Well, that was
Snap. And then
That was another good impression. Yeah.
And then he like hugged me, and then he sort of took me in and was like, "I thought you were taller." Yeah.
What?
I was like a classic Timo Neg, but that's sort of the way to my heart, is to just foster insecurity.
Yeah. But it's interesting that he knows you and thought about your height.
Well, that is really the thing, is like, at first I was like, ouch, but then later I was like, yeah, he thought about my height. Like,
Timothée Chalamet goes to bed at night thinking about how tall Zoe Lister-Jones is. Congrats on the series. I wanted to show everyone a clip. Here's Zoe Lister-Jones in Slip. Take a look at this.
Sleeping to find meaning, and waking to lose it. And all you want to do is sleep, to dream of something more. More. Just more.
Yeah, I was just asking how you're doing as like more of a courtesy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, you do genuinely sound up,
Thank you. Thanks.
but I'm literally 24.
Wow, that's whole life ahead. Exciting.
Yeah, I wasn't really asking, guys. Zoe Lister-Jones, everybody! All episodes of Slip are available tomorrow on the Roku channel. More Tonight Show after the break. Stick around.